T-Man 978 Show Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978 reviewing Transformers Robots in Disguise, Legion's Class Windblade. Look at this nice illustration of what she should look like. The packaging, other than that, is rather minimal and cheap. There's basically nothing on the back. But amazingly, she comes with instructions. The Warrior Class bigger ones don't even come with instructions. 3 steps. And here she is herself. You can see she's standing in front of Metroplex. Let me zoom out some and bring her. Let me try to get that sweet spot. There we go. There is basically a glob of white paint on her face. They tried to paint her eyes, but it wound up looking a little bit creepy to me. But there you go. So she has nowhere near the amount of detail you see here in this picture right there. Well, what can you expect for it? A little cheap figure. Articulation. Her shoulders can go up like this. Or whatever you might want to call this part of her body. But this is supposed to be her shoulders. They even have this design right there. It's not painted, so you can barely tell. But the arms can go out on a ball joint and they can rotate around because, yep, they're on a ball joint. Her fists are designed to hold Legion's class weapons, but unfortunately, they didn't give us any weapons. So I bet in Japan she'll probably have a little sword, but here she didn't. She actually has ball jointed hips that go out that far. They can kick forward, kick back. And if she didn't have these little knees, I wouldn't have bought her. I only buy Legion's class figures that have knees. So that's why I haven't reviewed Bumblebee yet. But she can stand and hold a pose. Because these little wing things right there help her stand up on these little tiny feet. In fact, she stands better than Deluxe Windblade. One thing I don't like is this stupid scanner code thing right there blocking her little fan, wind fan, or VTOL fan. This is what she looks like from the back. Now this thing is a little bit flippy floppy flimsy. So what I like to do is peg it into the back of her head, which gives her a different look than what she probably should have, because she doesn't have this behind her head in the cartoon or in that artwork. But whatever, it stays in place. Transformation is simple as heck. Let me put this back down to keep it correct with the instructions. Peg her legs together so they're like that. Bring these down, and the little pegs in the side of her armpit peg into her legs. They peg a little bit better when you don't try to show off her articulation. Then you go ahead and flip this cockpit over. And now she is a jet. And these rocket boosters remind me of some other robot. It reminds me of a Swoop. War for, or Fall of Cybertron Swoop. He had like rockets on his back like this. But you see this, they don't have the VTOL detail right here on this side. I don't know if she's like that on the cartoon. You can see weapon holes right here. And maybe a weapon would fit there, but they don't have it. But there's that. Here she is, Titan whispering to Metroplex right here. And honestly, she's wafer thin. So I know these are for kids, but I could just see them breaking these small little Legends. The best Legends figure they have out there is Fix-It. He is the best plastic quality. All the other ones feel kind of flimsy and cheap. I mean, maybe Steeljaw feels a little bit like good plastic wise, but this one definitely feels wafer thin. But really, truthfully, if her elbows, I mean, not elbows, her shoulders had some outward movement. I would really, really love this figure a lot more than I do. But to be honest with you, like having her here right now with Metroplex, the purpose of these little figures is for troop building for kids, less fortunate kids. Like a kid that can't afford like the bigger toys, if you could easily buy 4 or 5 of these for the price of one Voyager class figure, and a kid could really have fun with this. But like I said, my only problem with it is the way her arm articulation is. All her legs are decent. She doesn't have any neck motion, which kind of sucks, but what can you expect for a little cheap toy like I keep explaining? So, yeah, she's cool. She's alright, I guess. T-Man 978 out of here. Thanks for watching.